Hi. So this video will be the final video in the 3 role guide series. And obviously it supports. But yeah, I hope this helps. I know supports can be a little tricky because they all want different things to like maximize their potential. So yeah, we are going to just go into it. The first cookie up is going to be Chamomile Cookie. She is a wind cookie who has an assist weapon. Still haven't figured out what that means, but and is support. Her guide will be shown up on screen right now. Hope you guys like the new design. Also, like before, all the guides will be in my Discord, which will be in the description below. Her best artifact is going to be Afternoon Tea, which increases her healing by 15%, and whenever she heals allies, will give them the Calming Cup effect, which will allow them to do extra damage. It's overall a really good option, and is what you should be going on here. And while RNG isn't great, if you end up getting that healing increase, then you're hot to go. Her last viable artifact is Divine Halo. Her last viable artifact is Divine Halo. And while she can't use the attack, the healing increase is pretty nice. But this should be a last resort option. Her best weapon is the Aromatic Flower Teaspoon. Her best weapon is the Aromatic Flower Teaspoon. Her best equipment set is gonna be Eminent Herbalist's Apparel, as her overhealing will increase allies' attack, and she also gets 20% healing. While she can't use the attack from the thing itself, it's still her best option, as she goes from just a healer to a healer and a buffer. But if yours doesn't heal nearly that much, then Priest of Purity Garment is also not horrible. She just doesn't act as much of a buffer, but will heal more. Her best epic equipment unique abilities are going to be Healing Done and HP, with her best hidden powers also being Healing Done and HP. And finally, the fighters she works best with are going to be Rye and Chili Pepper, but she can essentially be placed anywhere and do just fine. The next cookie up is going to be Rockstar Cookie. His guide should be up on the screen right now. Alright, let's slide right into this. Rockstar's best artifact is going to be Encore Performance, which is his signature and clearly his best. Unlike Chamomile, he actually benefits from every theme song buff, which means you aren't really losing, even if it's RNG based. His second best is going to be Afternoon Tea, as the 15% healing increase is nice, and he could benefit from the Calming Cup effect if he has enough healing on him. But again, just like with Chamomile, this second epic artifact is really just if you don't have the first one. Finally is Divine Halo, which is actually better on Rockstar than Chamomile. And because it gives attack and not HP, I would actually say it might be better than Chamomile's signature, but yeah. His best weapon is going to be the Rock and Roll Candy Guitar, which grants him a whopping 16% buff amplification, which is pretty nice. His best equipment set is actually going to be Ghost Captain's Garb, as it not only grants him attack, which increases healing, it reduces enemies' defense by 20% when he uses his skill, making him not only a buffer, but a debuffer too. But if you'd rather just fully commit to the buff, you could also go Eminent Herbalist's Apparel, which increases his healing by 20%, and also 10% of overhealing is converted to attack for allies. While this sounds better, Ghost Captain's Garb is just better, as it adds new things onto his kit that he doesn't have. But both are viable, with his best hidden powers being Buff Amp at number 1. This is what you should aim for. He's a buffer, you want a lot of Buff Amp, but also attack and healing done. The best fighter for him to support is going to be Cream Soda, but he's viable with every single fighter currently in the game and is better than Chamomile with all of them. This is strictly due to his attack buff. Next up is Crushed Pepper Cookie, who is totally the best support. His guide will be up on screen right now. Let's get right into it. His best artifact is going to be the Spice of Life, which increases his shield granting power by 16%, while also increasing his damage while he has a shield himself. This works perfectly with his kit, as it is his signature. His second best and only other effective artifact is Warm Up, which increases his shield strength by 12% and increases his defense while shielded for that same percentage. It's Spice of Life, but weaker, but if you don't have Spice of Life, then this is also a good substitution. His best weapon is going to be his unique Triple Hot Pepper Gauntlet, which grants himself 16% shield strength. His best equipment set is going to be the Priest of Purity Garment, because it increases his HP by a lot and increases his shield strength by 20%. Again, just buffing up his shields a massive amount. His other viable equipment set is going to be Snow Strider's gear, as it increases his own HP, and while he's shielded, he reduces the enemy's elemental res to the same type of his, aka fire, meaning he's also a debuffer with this. But overall, the shield strength from Priest of Purity is going to be just more worth building. For his epic equipment unique abilities, HP and elemental damage are the best, but if those aren't available to you, then crit rate and crit damage are also alright. For his hidden powers, you ideally want HP and elemental damage, but if unavoidable, crit and crit damage aren't too bad either. And finally, for his teammates, he works best with other fire cookies like chili pepper and cherry, but ultimately, like every other support, he can be fitted into any team. Next up is currently the only rare support in the game, Pistachio Cookie. I'm gonna slap her guide right up on screen. Okay, let's get straight into it. Her best artifact is going to be the rare warm-up. Now, I honestly think Pistachio was the cookie done the most dirty, as she can't go Spice of Life because she's not a smash cookie. So naturally, this is her best option, as it gives her both HP and increases her shield strength. Her second and only other viable artifact is going to be Warrior's Oath. Even though it grants her attack, which is a useless stat on her, increasing her elemental damage depending on how many cookies of the same element are in her party is actually pretty good. And honestly, this might be her best when run with Wizard and Lemon Zest in the future. But as of right now, I would just run Warm Up instead because it's flat out better. Her best weapon is her unique Sacred Pistachio Shield, with her best set being Priest of Purity, as it increases her HP and her shield strength, with Snow Strider also being good because it also increases her HP, but it also lowers the enemy res depending on whatever type of the wearer is. Essentially the same reasons why it's good on Crushed Pepper. Unlike Crushed Pepper though, the epic equipment unique abilities that you want on Pistachio are going to be Shield Strength and HP, with Shield Strength and HP also being her best hidden powers. And finally, her best team is going to be in the future with Lemon Zest and Wizard Cookie, but like, again, every other support, she's interchangeable. Next up, we got Muscle Cookie. I'm gonna throw his guide up on screen right now. Again, insert transition here. His best artifact is also going to be the Spice of Life. Because he's a smash cookie, he gets benefit of the unique ability, which increases his shield and also gives him the spicy status whenever he has a shield, meaning he just gets some bonus damage while shielded. This potentially makes using him bearable. But if you don't have that, the rare warm-up, which is his signature, is also usable, as it increases his shield strength by a little bit. His best weapon is going to be the protein-rich barbell. His best equipment set is going to be Snow Strider, as it increases his HP, shield strength, and reduces the enemy res to his type, aka Earth, with Priest of Purity being a close second, while also giving a lot of HP and some shield strength, but it's just a tad bit worse. For his epic equipment unique abilities, he wants shield strength, HP, and defense, with his best hidden powers also being shield strength, HP, and defense. And for his teammates, he's going to work best with other earth cookies like Sting Durian and Ginger Brave, but again, for the 10th time, all supports are interchangeable, essentially. And last but not least, we have the adorable Angel Cookie. Their guide will be on screen right now. Well, let's wrap this up. Their best artifact is going to be Afternoon Tea, which is good because of that 15% healing increase and because of the Calming Cup effect, which will add a little bit of extra damage. The second best artifact is going to be Encore Performance. While giving attack, every single time Angel Cookie is switched in, they will get a theme song. And all of these theme songs are actually really good on Angel Cookie, meaning no matter the RNG, there's really no losing. And finally, we have Divine Halo, which grants attack, reduces crit rate, and increases healing. Overall, a pretty solid rare option. Their best weapon is going to be the Starlight Angel Wand, which grants them 16% healing done, with their best equipment set being Priest of Purity, mainly for that healing done percentage, with another great option being Eminent Herbalist's Apparel, primarily for that overhealing attack increase. Their best epic equipment unique abilities are going to be Healing Done and Attack. But because of their high scalings on their damaging abilities, crit rate and crit damage can be viable. This also applies to their hidden powers. While Healing Done and Attack are going to be the best, if you want to do some more damage, crit rate and crit damage are, again, options. Just like Pistachio, Angel might be good once Lemon Zest releases along with Wizard, but all supports are interchangeable at this point in time, besides like Rockstar being the best, of course. And that seems to be it. If you enjoyed, a like and a subscribe would be appreciated, but are not necessary. Also, make sure to join my Discord server in the description below, as it's actually kind of active right now. And if I ever make any more guides like this in the future, you will always get early access to the details of them. Also, it's just a nice place to like chill out. Alrighty, until next time.
My life will turn out. It's so cruel. Just give me